I'm going to make a quick video here teaching you some tips and tricks in base building, getting you ready for 0.7. Alright, getting right into it, guys and girls and everybody else. First tip I'm going to teach you is when you have a point of entry to your base, make sure to always have a airlock or multiple airlocks in case you have a door camper. There's nothing worse than getting all your loot stolen because you just wanted to jump in your car real quick and drive away. Have one door. This door will not work with a car, so do not attempt this one with a car. Do never close your car in a door. You will learn to hate yourself really quick if you ever do that. So if this is a carport, then park your car in there, and when you go to leave, make sure the inner door is closed and your outer door is open. Once you drive the vehicle out, get out and close your door. What's going to happen is you're going to have somebody sitting there creeping around the corner waiting to bash your head in with a sledgehammer like what I got here, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it because you do not have an airlock on your base. Anybody that's ever played any kind of online survival game will tell you door campers suck. This is how you prevent them. No, you're never going to prevent them. This is how you at least have a little bit of defense by it. Trust me, it's worth not losing all your stuff and just losing the stuff on you. Use an airlock. Next thing I'm going to teach you is a foundation. It's exactly 5 meters of wall from side to side. Therefore, in order to build a modular base like as you're seeing on your screen right now, minus that one little gap that happens, is the highest potential hit points you can have all the way around the entire cabin here. This is a medium cabin. I could have put a large, but I didn't feel like it. Never walk on top of the spikes. If you have walls this close, you will come back to this video to write a comment saying, Mask, I should have listened to you. Never walk on top of your spikes. If it's barbed wire, stay even further away from it. You will thank me later. In builds like this, you just saw me get on the roof without use of my ladder, so new players do not feel bad if you wanted to build a novelty cabin, because these things are kind of worthless. If you wanted to build your novelty cabin to get it off your achievement list or just a new player mantra, and you wall that ladder in, do not fret. You can use one of these cool little platform things you will find right here next to in your crafting menu. Right there, right next to your wall where you'll be able to place them up and for very cheap. You can build them and give you places to jump, peek over walls, and what have you. There are other ways to get height, so you can peek over your walls, potentially using sandbags, such as this. They do snap together, and they also take 1C4 to blow up an entire 3-stack wall of them. However, you will be cutting cloth for a very, very long time to make an entire stack of these things all the way around a layer of base. However, if you do have the squad size and the drive to do it, these blocks do snap together really easy. They are expensive to make again, but you can make your base even more. So do not do it on top of the foundations as I'm doing, because this will not help. You want to do this in between your outer layers. When you are building these outer layers, you want to make sure that they are always 3 meters away from the first layer. How you do this is you build a 3-meter wall. You want it to be exactly 3 meters. And when you place your beginning of your outer layer here, you want to make sure and you want to double check that you're coming directly off the end of that 3-meter wall. You can snap to the inside. That is incorrect. That could potentially put you at 2.9, and a C4 will make you come back and rebuild your base and make sure that you are putting it on the outer side. So to avoid that now, putting it on the outer side, C4 potentially can blow up one wall and whatever is within 2 meters of it, potentially up to 3. Therefore, having the 3-meter gap will always help you. Now, this is where you could use sandbags, having them on the ground. they're not going to get destroyed if they're on foundation, which only takes one C4 to blow up. However, they will give you good protection. It is a little tricky to get that third one up there. You have to kind of give yourself staging. And if you were to do this and cut up a lot of clothes, you could potentially go three-way all the way around. You cannot jump on top of this except with the tractor. Well, I suppose with a truck you probably can too. You can go higher in 3 unless you are in a cave or a train tunnel, which is subsequently one of my favorite places to build. These are not exactly straight, but that is not the point. I really want to see something just for completeness sake. You cannot go above 3, so you will be placing these. Yeah, I suppose you probably could if you use the bench method in order to get more. Maybe not. No, yes, you could. And you could use the bench method where you could lay down benches and then place on top of them more blocks. You could come back and delete said benches, and I do not know if it still works that way. I do not know if it exploits, so I will not go any further, but that used to work as well. That is all ways to protect your base. This is a way to protect your base from door campers, because they will absolutely suck. This is another cool trick. What you want to do is when you build your foundations for your cabin, you want to make sure that your door edge is as far to the edge as possible. You can still get through this gap here with a double door. I use double doors because they are exactly 5 meters, but just like the size of wall I use, which has the most hit points potentially out of any wall size. Find a flat place to ground. When you're dragging out a flat 5 wall, it needs to be on a flat piece of ground. If it is on a hill or a slope, it will break off into smaller pieces, will make your base more vulnerable. The smaller pieces have less hit points and take raiders less time to get into your loot. However, having 2 doors here like this allows you to have a cabin door, which they always seem to hide on me. There's the cabin door. It's always going to open the same direction. Not a big deal. You come out here, close it, and then you can get out. With a squad, it may be a little bit more difficult to navigate that choke point. However, for overall security, you will thank me later. Again, never have a door like this. You want to always make sure that you have an airlock system if you want to park a car in that airlock system, and make sure the walls that come out before your next door are exactly 10 meters. When building your walls like this is another beginner's tip, so ears up. You see that arrow? That is your hard side. There is no hit point difference between this side of a wall and this side of a wall, and hard side in Scum means when you upgrade these walls, they get forms of barbed wire. This barbed wire can be hazardous to your health if it is on your side of the base. If it is on the bad guy's side of the base, it has a better chance of hurting them. If you've ever fallen into barbed wire, you will find out exactly why this is so important. As you get even further onto the death level of those spikes up there, they get more and more lethal. Back to the barbed wire because the game loves you. Back to more barbed wire, it's even more lethal. And again, you see that the hard side and soft side do have a difference, and it's not just for cosmetics. Make sure your arrow is facing the correct direction. When you're placing a wall, you will see the arrow. If you are on the inside of the section you are building, the arrow will by default be facing out. If you're on the outside, it will be facing in. You simply, while it is blue or green with your flag down in this crafting stage, you can flip the wall. If you were to complete the wall, you are not able to flip it anymore. So make sure that you have this correct before you complete your wall. Don't want to waste resources for something that is preventable. Especially when you're solo, when there's somebody in that bush over there with a gun. So to recap, always use your airlocks. Foundations are 5 by 5. When making your layers, use a 3 meter staging wall that you will later erase in order to line up your next layer correctly. You do not want to put your next layer on the inside of that 3 meter wall. You want to make sure that your starting point is at the snaps to the outer edge of the 3 meter wall, just to prevent any confusion between C4 and what 3 meters is. 2.9 could ruin your base. This has been Mass Gaming. This is a quick video to give you a little bit of rundown on how to survive a little bit longer against players like me. They're going to find my way in there anyway. But I will see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be going live here when 0.7 drops, so I hope you enjoy the streams because my squad's a little bit crazy. Have a good day. I'll see you next time.